You are listening to the Chompcast, the official podcast of Sword Chomp. And remember, you can always go to swordchomp.com where you can access the many places our podcast is available for download. But if you're listening to the show right now, that means you found us. So welcome to the madness that is the Chompcast. No rehash here today, as we have an all-new, top-of-the-line Chompcast for you. Sort of. Because the topic of the show today is the Nintendo Switch, and how we feel about so many retreads and Wii U games resurfacing on the Switch. Good, bad, indifferent? Our Instagram community will weigh in on this topic with us. Josh has once again left me with my jaw wide open, gasping in shock, and no, he didn't drop his pants. It was something he said about Shadow of the Colossus. Fish confesses his undying love for Monster Hunter, despite Morgan's objections. And for the BioBreak article this week, we touched base with the magical little sea creature, the Cuddle Fish. Not to be confused with Cuddling Fish, which is also fantastic. We had the results of our epic battle between Charizard and Blastoise, and much, much, much more. But let's get to some quick intros for people who are checking out the show. Get us warmed up a bit. In the spirit of Nintendo recycling much of its Wii U lineup for the Switch, and people loving it, I thought, hey, let's take a book from Nintendo's playbook and let's do the same thing. Let's recycle one of my favorite fish jokes from last year. I mean, we have many new listeners that just may have missed out on some of our 2017 fish joke gems. So it seems appropriate. So in the spirit of the show, up first from Texas, the Filipino Johnny Depp. This is a true story. Our next co-host faked a demonic possession. Yes, he faked being possessed by a demon for several weeks so that his friends and family would call a local priest to his home just so the priest could tie him up to his bed and slap him around. Fetishes aren't as cheap as they used to be, are they, Fish? Anthony Fisher joins us. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, well, that's actually a very cheap thing. I mean, the church just works for donations, so you don't necessarily have to put anything into that pot.
What do you do? Oh, okay. So you're saying you're not donating, you're just taking. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, I'm in dire need of, some spiritual healing.
It's a good kink. I'll give you that.
Spiritual, sexual, it's all the same, right?
You're crafty. I'll give you that. But I don't know. If there is an afterlife, I hate to see the man who gets judged for bringing in a priest to just fulfill some of those fantasies.
Is there a place lower than hell?
It's called marriage.
Have you been to 4chan?
Oh, no. 4chan, we got marriage.
I like that place.
I think that sums up their personalities, too. Shay says marriage, and then Josh says 4chan. It's nothing worse. The sad thing was, before the show, I asked Fish if there was like a favorite joke I could use for this, and he was just like, I don't really remember any of them, man. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? That's a slap. Just typical Fish, man. In one hole and out the other. That's what she said. Anyways, thanks for being here, Fish. Glad to have you on the show as usual.
Thank you.
Kinky bastard. Next up, live from the mean streets of Japan, Shay Layton is here, the professor. And Shay's been kind of quiet this week, so I didn't have a lot to go off here. But no, I know you're a big NBA fan. Shay, are you pretty jazzed about this NBA All-Star weekend or what?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I'm hoping that the All-Star game turns out to be an actual game like they used to play in the old times, and I'm hoping that they take a few books from the playbook and really make some good plays.
Take books from the playbook?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's take some books from the playbook.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You don't even realize the joke.
Damn it, I don't. What's
the
joke?
At the very beginning, you meant to... At the very beginning, you said, I'm going to take a book from the book. I think you meant to say a page from the book. So the three of us were laughing at you.
Gotcha.
Saying
I thought that was just like an early podcast jitter and you misspoke or something. So,
No.
All right, I got you. Do you get
No,
excited
just
about like the dunk contest and all that stuff?
Not really. I mean, like it used to be exciting back in the day. It's just I think now it's difficult to be original with something like that. So it's just to me not as exciting anymore, sadly. And I think that's like, just the jaded thing. I'm old now, so I've seen enough dunk contests in my life. But
You're old. What are you, 23? 24?
Yeah, I'm pushing a nice 18 years of age.
Back in my day, I was watching Jordan on YouTube. No,
I remember back in 2001 when.
You're not wrong.
God, actually, 2001 does sound like a long time, Josh. That does sound.
Josh
it's
is
funny.
not wrong.
I miss the my favorite thing is whenever when I'm watching a highlight and someone goes for the dunk, like they get a good steal or something, the lane is open and the crowd gets on their feet and the announcers are in a tizzy and the bench is up and then they just totally miss the dunk. It just bounces right off the rim and it's like the most embarrassing, awkward thing there.
Yeah, on Shacked and a Fool this week there was 3 missed dunks. There's like 2 people going up for the dunk and they go to slam and it bounces off the back and just flies out of bounds. And then Dwight Howard, he did this sweet ass post move and he jumped up to dunk it and the front of the rim blocked his dunk. It was awesome and hilarious. He didn't get enough jump.
It's just like it's like an awkward moment where it's like, oh, you thought you were so badass, and it reminds you that we're all human. Even the genetic freaks that get paid millions of dollars we're all human.
That's true.
When I think of like missed dunks, it reminds me of like the first time you go to have like doggy style with your partner, and they roll over, the lane is wide open, the crowd is on their feet, the announcers are in a tizzy, boom, bounces right off the asshole. And so that's, I think we've all been there. Am I right?
I'm not in the
I don't have announcers.
Well, what? You need to get.
Hopefully they're like auctioneers. Hopefully they're auctioneers. Oh, when he's taking off the pants, he's taking on the pants. Oh, he's got the button undone. Oh, he's zipping down. Oh, he's got the zipper down. Oh, he's pulling the pants down. Oh, they're around the ankles. Oh, now he's taking the socks off. Oh, now he's getting the underwear off. Oh, he's putting the condom on. Oh, he's putting the lube in the butthole. Oh, he's going to get in there. Oh, he misses it. Anyone else want to get in? Want to get in on this butthole action? I want to get in on this butthole action. Oh, no. Sold.
That just sounds like anxiety ridden. I can't have anyone yelling at me as it is. You know what I mean? I don't need more sexual anxiety. Too much pressure.
Imagine if there's like 10 auctioneers just at once announcing your sexual play, just each one just doing a different thing.
This is tangential, but on that note, Shay, I was reading like a lot of porn stars that get into the industry say they, if you want to get in the industry, you have to practice having parties or having sex at parties. You have to get used to having sex in front of crowds of people. Like that's how they get used to that strange pressure. And I thought that was weird. Like one day, like, you know what? I want to get into the porn business. Let's see if I can have sex at this party while a bunch of strangers watch me. I think that's a good icebreaker.
That's called an internship.
Yeah, internship. Yeah.
Excuse me, if I could have your attention, at this point in time in the party, we'd like to invite everyone into the living room where I will drop trow and place my bare ass on the glass table where this kind lady, what's her name again? Susan, no correlation of fish is Susan. We'll
go with Karen, please. God damn
Karen.
Susan it is.
We'll sit down onto my erected genitals, and we will be in coitus for the next 30 minutes. Please grab a beverage of your choice.
They're just like slowly eating like off the hors d'oeuvre tray.
Don't crowd around the area. If you can't get a good line of sight, there's actually a live feed set up underneath this glass coffee table to be projected on all the television screens around the house.
Or the balcony. If you need to have a smoke during the intercourse, please step on the balcony and have your cigarette.
Be forewarned, though, that if you sit in the prime viewing of underneath the glass table, there may be a turd crowning.
Oh, that is too far.
Pleasure.
God damn it, Shay, you took it too far.
That was too far.
Come on. You crossed the line.
Not the magician's assistant being Susan.
There's too much.
I'm sorry about that, Fish. I was trying to make a name off the top of my head. I was like, name Susan. All right, we're just going with that.
It's actually a very common
your
name,
wife is the
I
first thing
guess.
on Shay's mind. It's not a big deal, really. I mean,
She's
I don't like to
always
do that.
on my mind.
that's too much. We need to move on. That's too much asshole talk. Speaking of,
Let's move on to the rest of the show.
yeah,
The segment which we
Speaking
like
of
to call
assholes, Josh.
asshole talk.
yeah. Damn it! You stole my transition, Shay. You heard
I
me
know.
starting my transition, and you
I
jumped
did.
in and you stole it. Speaking of
That's
assholes,
an asshole move.
yeah,
Real
that's
asshole
It's a
move.
real asshole move.
It's a really shitty thing to do.
My anger is crowning. All right, so that doesn't really make sense. I don't know. Up next from Michigan, the one and only Joshua Fowler, of course, is here. I don't know. Josh has been sending us a lot of pictures of himself smoking cigars this week, a lot of cigar porn. So now all week I've really wanted a cigar, like really badly.
Mhm.
So it's like when you watch a movie and someone's eating something and you're just like, I want that now. So thanks, Josh.
Yeah. That's how McDonald's
Well, all
gets
you
you
watch
to
is-
order the McRib again and again.
That's true, and
Even though you
all
never
Morgan
wanted
watches
one.
is porn. So all he wants to eat is pussy.
I think, whoa, let's, I don't know, Josh. I've had the McRib before. This is all right. But I think you're right. There's something to that.
Yeah, I order the
it's
McRib
subliminal.
every time it comes back out. And I've never once enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I order it every
God
time it
damn
comes
it.
out.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
I want a McRib now. Right now.
And our listeners want one too. You want
Mhm.
that McRib. You want it. No, I don't. Ugh. I haven't been at McDonald's in forever. I'm living a clean life, Josh. I haven't touched McDonald's in probably like over a year. So it's okay.
He says as he, yeah.
Is that what?
Is
that what?
You don't like me
know.
to reveal your workplace, so I will not.
No. Well, I mean, no,
I will
but
not.
I mean,
I did not hit her. I did not.
I'm gonna say
hi,
this. I
Mike.
don't. Yeah, it's not because I think I eat great or anything. Just can't do it. Even I have a threshold. But anyways, glad you're here, Josh, and definitely have some good debates to get to. And of course, I am Morgan Barnes from Montana, and I'm excited for today's show. I mean, nothing too exciting for me. I was gonna say I did get a Near shirt that I've been wearing constantly. I've been wearing it for 5 straight days. I got.
How far was it?
What's that?
How far was it?
Yeah, that's such a bad joke. I got a Near Automata shirt.
Oh,
such
that
a
was
dad
good
joke.
enough for me.
That's
That was
such a
a
dad
very
joke.
dad
God
joke.
damn it.
Yeah.
It just has 2B on it. I've been like obsessed with that. See, I have this weird problem. I don't buy a lot of clothes. I'm kind of like a minimalist. But so like when I do buy something I like have this weird thing where like I want to wear it all the time, but I'm afraid to wear it because I'm worried I'm going to like damage it or get it dirty or something. It's like this strange OCD that I have.
You know the secret to that? Buy multiple copies of your shirts.
Of the same thing. See, I've done that before and it's weird. I
Yep.
feel weird doing that.
I currently have, I think, 3 or 4 extra copies of shirts at the moment, are the ones that I wear most often. So.
Man, that's such a Josh thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's now my girlfriend got me a Cuphead shirt.
They
too
get
for
ripped off of
Valentine's
me
Day,
a
so-
lot. It's really, I don't know.
Oh, okay. So the shirts
It's
just
more
get
practical
ripped
than
off.
anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that. I don't want to take the time to take it off.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody got time for that shit?
It enhances the sex with you, Josh.
It's the passion. The passion. But yeah, so now I'm just walking around thinking I'm all cool because I'm wearing a Near Automata shirt. My goal is that if someone sees me and they know what it is, it'll spark up an interesting conversation. But that hasn't happened yet, so we'll see.
I'm waiting for the day that you're wearing that shirt and someone comes up to you and is like, "That game fucking sucks."